Hello everyone and welcome back to the show. And we are having another episode of BP, guys. So we're on to episode 4 now. So it's the second half of the season now. So we're on episode 4. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is the episode that I liked the least. Okay? You know how a TV show that does seasons, and there's always one episode in a season where you think, alright, no, I don't like, I want to skip it. That was what it was for me with this one. And I remember, if Lady was here, because she would back me up on this. I remember after it, I remember saying out loud, I was like, is that it? Is that literally it? You know, it just felt like, wow. And a lot of the problems I had in this episode were because of Shane. Let's face it, so far, all the gripes I've had so far is because of Shane. Okay, but he really got on my tits in episode. He really did. He really did. But yeah. I mean, it was always going to be hard, you know, because obviously, you know, episode 3, we dedicated the whole episode to the first book. You know how much I love the first book. You know how much I love Scott and Kip. So it was always going to be quite hard to adjusting back to the second book because obviously with the way the season was structured, the main focus was on Heated Rivalry and elements from game change will be put in, you know, throughout the season where they feel it applies. But the fact that you gave me a full episode, like a full 50 minutes with my hockey couple in the last episode, and now I've got to come back into this story, and the episode about this episode was about 40 minutes long. It wasn't much. I kind of felt wasn't much development here. Yeah, it was hard. It was hard to try just behind back. Right, I'll go back to Heat Robbery now, but we'll come back to them. But we'll come back to your hockey at some point. It's like you choose me. It's like, oh, you know, especially how episode 3 ended in that, you know, emotional, heartbreaking cliffhanger. I just wanted to just pick back up on that story rather than just go back to Heat Rivalry. Anyway, but yeah. So this episode I kind of thought was the one I liked the least. The other two, the last two, they were fine, although I do have some issues. Episode 5, so I'll talk about that on the next episode. Those two are fine. This one was one I was like, nah. But I will be trying to be fair as well as firm in my critiques. Okay, so let's get straight to it. So let's start the plot summary, then we'll come up to the root. Okay, so here comes your plot summary. So episode 4, Roles. So this is the plot summary, guys. So episode 4 of Heated Rivalry, titled Roles, features a time-spanning montage from 2014 to 2016. Shane's intense secret romance intensifies, culminating in a vulnerable domestic night together. Spooked by the intimacy, Shane flees and begins publicly dating an actress to suppress his genuine feelings for Ella. There we go. Penny dropped! Penny dropped! Can you now work out why I'm now pissed off? Penny dropped! Ugh. We will talk more about it in the review. But before we get there, I need to remind you, there's going to be spoilers ahead. We are going to be talking about plot points that happen in the episode. So if you have not watched episode 4 of Heated Rivalry, please go and do it now. What are you doing here? Cut the insanity out, man! Cut it out! Do not continue watching this if you've not watched episode 4 here. Please go and do that now and then come back to us, okay? But for those who have, hang tight. I'll be back to you in just a few seconds. So let's now get stuck into the review. Like I said, I will try to be fair, but I'm going to be a lot firm. Okay? Okay. So we kick things off with a rivalry game, which I think for me really helps me settle back into the Heated Rivalry story. Because like I said, obviously the last episode was 100% game changer, which of course I loved. So I knew it was going to be hard when I started episode 4 for my head to then get back into the Heated Rivalry story because I was still focused on where we had left off in the Game Changer story, okay? So the fact we had a rivalry game between the two sides, so Montreal, Boston, I think that really helped me just like settle back in to the main story that we're trying to be focusing on. So that was a really good. We had that hockey game in there just to help me get settled back in. And what's very clear for Ian and Shane is their careers and their personal lives are developing a lot further than before. As you know, Shane's career is really taking off as Montreal Metros end up winning back-to-back cups. But like our early season, we saw the Raiders win theirs, or we saw Ian get his cup. We didn't see that much of the cup celebrations. Yeah, and I would love to see those. I'd love to see them celebrating like in that moment. We didn't get too much of that again. So basically, both Boston and Montreal get fair cuts when it comes to their cup celebrations there. And his personal life's not helpful either when you have with Shane, when he's basically having Hayden literally try to set him up with someone on Insta. Right, first things first. You do not set a guy up on a date on Insta. Okay? That's what Tinder's for. Now I know, trust me, Tinder, a lot of swiping, but you gotta do a lot of swipe before you get to the good ones, okay? Don't try and set a guy up on Insta. Okay? That's number one. And number two, I found this scene to be very, very pushy. And like, Hayden, take the hint. The guy's not interested in Mr. Lava, Lava, Lava. Oh. Is she pregnant? Or is she now pregnant? Get the stick. Okay? Sorry. I know. That is insensitive. That I know. Sorry, I know that's insensitive there to all you heteros out there, but you guys know the only sex to me is gay sex. You know that, right? Come on, you guys know it right now. Know that, right? Okay. The only sex for me is gay sex. Okay, so if I had to listen to heteros try to set each other up, I'm like, no, get me a bucket. Okay, and also, they're spending the day together with Hayden's kids. So it's like, not only that, but also got, screaming little shits behind the background. It's like, oh god, no. So I know it's not up to this scene, never mind. But the author, it's like, Hayden, can you not just take the hint? He doesn't want to get laid with a lady. He wants to get laid with Iya. It's like, take the hint. Bloody hell. Is your gaydar not working? Oh, no, wait, hang on. No, you heteros don't have that. Oh, no wonder why you can't tell when someone's gay, because you don't have gaydars. Whereas we do. Anyway, right. But, oh, God. So that was just... I suppose that scene was like, oh, God, even I'm cringing, and I'm not even in the room with them. So, oh, God. But speaking of rooms... Here we go, now we go for Mr. Lava, Lava, Lava. On your knees, Shane. So yeah, so Shane Ian's encounter proves to be a steamy one, as both of them clearly feel comfortable in each other's company. And right, the problem I have had a lot with all of Shay's and Shay. I needed to buy a couple of names now, so I thought I needed to draw the. We're recording in the heat, and my tongue sometimes get tongue tied, so I barely even gave them a couple of names, didn't I? Right, I'll start my point again. The problem I had with pretty much all of Shay and Ian's sex scenes is it's just basically lust. And Shay's also giving me like closeted vibes, so I can't really tell if he's in for it or not. Okay. But this scene is the one, so this sex scene is the one where I kind of feel the two of them both are up for it, both know what they want, both seem comfortable with what they want. And Shay even stays the night. So far in all these sex scenes between the two, I felt Ian's been more the initiator and Shay's the one more like holding back, trying to find ways to hold back from it. Okay. But here, I feel like this is where they're kind of like now both equal. Even though, of course, as we all know, one's got to be top, one's got to be bottom. But despite that, it's also like they're both now equal because they both now want the same thing. And the fact that Shane's staying the night, that for me shows, yes! Progress! At last! You were finally getting somewhere with you, mate! Finally! But of course, that's about to take a massive step backwards. And all that hard work's about to get undone. Literally. Now, it actually starts with Ilya here. Ilya starts it. Because if we got Ilya opening up to Shane, I'm kind of left confused as to what his sexuality is. And I'm like, oh, and that throws me. Because up to this point, I've kind of, been convinced that Ilya is 100% gay, and Shane's the one who literally is confused. But then, you have Ilya bringing up, his friend from Russia. Hold up. There you go. Svetlana. So Ilya brings up Svetlana, and I'm like thinking out, hold on. You do her as well? Is she a friend with benefits here? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Ilya? Oh, you dirty bastard. So I'm now confused, like, what? Can we not just go back to Straw and Berry? At least there we've got true bloody 100% gays who know what they are. Bloody hell. I don't know. So I'm now confused. Are they both now not sure what they want? That's not a postcard, please. That's not a postcard. I can't deal with the confusion. It's too much. It's too much for my gay mind. Help me out. So it then gets worse. Shane is clearly gets spooked by the whole evening, and he takes a massive step back in terms of character growth and comfort in his sexuality, and he becomes tense. And my heart just sank at this moment because, so far throughout the series, Shane has really got on my nerves with, are you not? Are you not? Okay? Do you want to fuck men? Do you not want to fuck men? Do you want to suck Ian's dick? Do you not want to be sucking dicks? Do you want to be the bottom? Do you not want to be the bottom? It's like, seriously, mate, give me a sign! Give me a straightforward, easy sign. Are you Arthur or Martha? Come on! Oh no, sorry, that's wrong. No, that's to be that's to be sex changes. No, sorry, no. Are you Will or Grace? Are you Will or Grace? Give me a sign, Shane. Give me a sign. Help a poor gay guy out here, please. What are you? Okay. So I kind of thought when he was going down a dirty bit on Mr. Lava, and this here thought, finally, he wants it just about Ilya. And then a few months later, it's like, oh, you're taking these massive step backwards. I'm like, oh no. And what was interesting is I kind of saw where the rest of this episode was going. Even before Rose comes on the scene, I kind of had a little feeling how the rest of this episode is going to go, and I literally just wanted to just basically turn the episode off at that point. It's like, no, I'm not into it. No, you're lying to yourself, mate. No. But of course, I did not turn the episode off. I carried on and braced for the disgusting filth that was about to head my way. So yeah, so things go from bad to worse here. When Shane attends a party at one of his friend's restaurants, and he hooks up with an actress called Rose. Now, here's the problem, right? Okay, this is not just for film and telly, this is just for general life as a whole. I do not like it when gay guys, even if they know they're gay or not, I don't like it if they then try and hook up with a woman to try and basically suppress what they are feeling inside. Okay? I like it. Okay? So, what I'm trying to say to all you gays out there, or my fair gays out there, whether you are closeted or not, do not try and hook up with a woman, just try and, suppress what you're feeling. It ain't gonna work. It's pathetic, it's stupid, it's childish. You're only fooling yourselves, you're only lying to yourselves, and you're gonna hurt, and people are gonna get hurt at the end of it. Okay? Okay. Okay? No way will you catch me doing what Shane did. I am a true blood gay. I'm 100% gay. That means the only gender that gets to touch me is men. Period. Like, conversation, period. 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 I would not even do love scenes with a woman, okay? Period. Period. Just conversation, period. That's how true of a gay I am. Okay? And yet what really annoyed me is that Rose actually seems like a lovely girl. She does! So I can't hate her. Because really in that scenario, I should then now be hating on the woman who's basically, making him lie to himself. But she actually is a really nice girl. She's a lovely woman. I bet any het should be lucky to have her. She sounds really lovely. And you know what? We've actually had more cast them on her than we've had on Shane. Yeah, we're 4 episodes in. 4 out of 6 here. And she sounds like a really lovely girl. Don't do it, love. He's gonna break your heart. So it's like, oh my god! It's like, actually, I need a time out here. I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm oh god, I need a time out here. Time out. I need a time out. Oh bloody god. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. I need a time out. Okay. Because I, as the gay in the room here, I should not be feeling sorry for the hetero woman who basically is being used. I should not be feeling for that. Jesus Christ, Shane, what are you doing to me? I know what you do. No, I know what he's doing to me. He's making me hate him even more. He's making me hate him even more. Could you imagine if we had to play Fuck, My, Kill right now? Because I do not know what I would do. I don't know what I'd do at all. Oh dear. Right. So, but like, as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh no, what is going to happen? And I should now be rude, and I should now want to hate her. But she's actually a very lovely girl. She would be any man's dream. But no, so anyway, but yeah, so I can't believe I now feel sorry for her. She's a lovely girl. I can't root against her. I really want to, but I can't. What are you doing, Shane? Seriously, what the fuck are you doing? And what's more worse, it only gets put in the local press the next day. Yep, that's right. It's in the press the next day. Literally the next day it is in the press. So basically everyone now knows. And then this makes things even more intense. Because we then basically... Oh, God. Right, so we do then get a montage of Shane and Rose being an item. We get a montage of that and like, no. Sick matey for so many reasons. 1, it's heteros. 2, we're not buying it! We're not buying what you're selling us, Shane! We're not buying it! We know you're gay! We know you bottom! We know you're gay! We're not buying it! We're not buying it. You're lying to yourself, but you know what? It's your funeral, and I'll wear yellow if I want to. Oh god, Ian's frustrations is so clear to see. And you know what? I would have loved to have seen more of that on the ice. I would have loved to have seen montages of the two of them being on the ice and Ian just basically taking his frustrations out on the ice. I would have loved to have seen that. But no, he decides to make a twat of himself. Oh yeah, they're both as as each other. They are both as bad as each other. Because while Shane's bad for hooking up with a girl, even though he's got no intention of doing the girl, okay, Ilya is just as bad. Because he decides, right, okay, he decides for a little bit of some revenge. He decides for some little bit of revenge. He's like, well, two can play at that game. Okay, I mean, it's a pathetic attempt, right? Because basically, he's determined to basically go and paint the town red with his first Raiders teammates. Although technically that should be painting the town black and gold. But, again, his funeral, and I'll wear you if I want to. And it was just like, oh, for goodness sake, is this really? Is this really how we're going to end the episode, guys? It's just, with point scoring. You're not members of Parliament. This is not Westminster. It's not House of Commons. Okay? But it's just, oh my god, the last kind of 10 minutes was like, oh, for God's sake. Literally, just no. Again, maybe want to turn it off, but of course, did not turn it off. I plowed through, but oh my god. It's just, oh, for goodness sake. And immediately, that's the end of my notes, by the way, guys. That's the end of my notes. Yeah, that is the end of my notes there. But throughout it, I was like, really? Really? For goodness sake. All their decisions were just like, happy, just like, being just like... Just pathetic. You would not catch me behaving the way those boys did. You would not catch me doing that. You would not catch me at all behaving the way those boys did. You would not. You wouldn't. You just would not. You would not. Not one bit. So just very, very, very disappointing you both. Very disappointing you both. I should right now be thinking of some punishments for them, but the problem is they would just love it. This is the problem with those gay guys. You can't think of punishments because we'll just end up loving them. So yeah. So technically right now after the hate episode, I should be thinking of some ways to punish them, but I can't because they'll just end up loving it. So there's no point. It's no point. Punishment only works for heteros, whereas gays just bias eternal. So there's no point. Oh my god. And literally, after I had my, was that it? Well, the credits rolled. Immediately I thought, right, this needs to be resolved quickly. I'm not having this hang over our heads for 2 episodes straight. This needs to get resolved quickly and quick about it. Alright? I'm not having it over. Okay? Because she's a lovely girl. She does not deserve to be used by that. It's only going to end in tears. So literally after this, I was like, right, that needs to get nipped in the bud quick. And do it now. Like, now, Shane. You fix it. You got yourself into that mess, you get yourself out of it. It needs to be done quick. It needs to be done quick. So we'll see what happens when we review episode 5, if that does happen, or if I'm still left going like... God. If I wasn't getting ready for bed after I've watched episode, I literally would have myself banging against the wall. And not in that sense. Not in that sense, but just, oh! Goodness sake. Just... yeah. So this was my least favourite episode of the whole series. I kind of had a feeling at some point there was going to be that one episode where like, nope! Not interested. No. Not. This is not floating my boat. Nope. No. I'm not interested in it. No, I'm not interested in it. No. Not for me. Not for me. But hey, got through it. It wasn't so bad where I kind of feel, oh, if there's a DVD of it, I would have to skip that. No, I do think I could watch that episode again, but I would still be literally just like this scrunted face on me. Like, even though I now know what happens, I still be thinking like, Anyway, but yeah. So hopefully that was not as harsh as I thought it was going to be. I hope I did pick up some nice points. But yeah. The next two are fine. The next two episodes are fine. It's only that episode. This episode we just done. Episode 4. Episode 4 was the only one. The next two, fine. I do have some issues with them both, but I'll talk more about on their respective reviews. But the other two were kind of fine. It was only this episode 4. This where I kind of like, yeah, we've got a problem here. But yeah. So yeah, the rest were kind of fine in my way. Anyway. So there you go. So that is my full review on episode 4 of Heated Rivalry. We've got 2 more to go. But until next time, take care.